Hello, and welcome to the It's Raining Crafts podcast, episode 26. My name is Raina. You can find me on Instagram and Ravelry under SF Chick. My today is Sunday, July 3rd, 2016. It is July 4th weekend here in the United States. So happy 4th to everybody. I hope that you have a safe and fun-filled holiday. And not too much has been going on. I've been having a cast-off party. So why don't we go in and I will show you what I have casted off. So the first project is I have 3 hats and a shawl that I casted off. I just have been in that kind of mood this week where everything is just needed to be cast off. So here's the first one. It's a gentleman's fancy hat. It's out of Lion Brand wool spun in the peacock colorway. And basically you knit and you purl, and then it creates this like little zigzag pattern, and you can fold up the brim if you want. I think that I'm going to make me another one of these hats, but I'm going to make it out of worsted weight. And I have a color that in mind that I'm going to do. So it's turning out more gray, but it's like a tealy peacock color. The color's called peacock. So that's the first project off the needles. And I really enjoyed that project. I like creating different textures with my bulky yarn. So the next one is the crystal hat. I made this on the Martha Stewart loom. 80 pegs in the Vanna yarn. This is a cranberry colorway. It's about 80 rows, and you do 14, and you make a brim, and then you purl and you knit, and then this is like a figure 8 stitch, and then this part right here. This part's always hard because it's a 2/1 stitch, and the Martha Stewart loom isn't very sturdy, so the pegs keep coming out and I keep having to push them down. But this is finished, and this is for the craft show at the end of the year. So is the other hat, the gentleman's fancy hat. And then the other one I finished was out of Lion Brand wool spun in the rust colorway. I made another simple sample hat. I love this pattern. I love this yarn. It's a rust colorway, and it's a free pattern on Ravelry. And yeah, I enjoy this pattern. I cast it on 72 stitches, and instead of 80, like I did with the gentleman's fancy hat. So those are all my finished objects. Wow. 4 minutes already? No. I have another one. Now, I've been working on this project since May. And when I first got my flying kettle yarn. So this is Caitlin French's Terribly Simple Shawl. And here it is. It's finished. It's blocked. It's beautiful. I can't wait to wear it. I think that it's a small enough shawl that I can just put it around my shoulders if I wear a tank top or something. I'm going to see my mother in California in a few weeks, so I'll take this on the plane with me and wear it in case I get chilly. So, this, I was just like in a bind off mood. Could you say a cast off party? I finished those 3 hats, and I finished a shawl. A shawl like took me about an hour and a half to cast off because there were so many stitches. But I didn't care. It was like 10 o'clock at night, and I'm like, okay, I did the last row, and the row has you knit one and then you knit front back all the way across. So I did that, and then I'm like, I really want to bind this off, but I had somewhere to go the next day. So I was up till 12:30 binding that off. It was a very enjoyable knit. I think that I'm going to make another one, but not right now, because I'm making another couple shawls right now. One is for me, and one is for my grandmother-in-law. And I will show you when I get to WIPs. But I am, let's see what I'm working on. So, this is out of my Chicken Boots bag. This is my Chicken Boots bag. I love Chicken Boots. ChickenBootsUSA.com. She has the best bags. And, this was a double from Jimmy Bean's Wool. But it's more like a triple. So, I casted on another crystal hat. This is Vanna's yarn in the Vanna's Choice colorway. No, in the Colonial Blue colorway. So I have about, I'm on row 21. I have 60 more rows to go. I'm hoping to get this done before I go on vacation. When I come back from vacation, I'm going to go into hat mode again and make all the hats, because I make hats. I make hats for my nephews and my son. And sorry, my cat is found something on the floor she wants to play with, and she shouldn't be playing with it. So I make hats for my sister-in-law too. So all the hats, and I'll be going into Christmas mode for my gifts. I'm already in Christmas mode, but I have a few projects I need to take more time on. So that's the Martha Stewart loom, the crystal hat in the Vanna's Choice Colonial Blue colorway. So the next project I'm working on is in my sock box by, who knows, Chicken Boots. Chicken Boots should be a sponsor. I love Chicken Boots. I bought my first Chicken Boots bag at Stitches, and you think they're a sponsor, but they're not. So this is a Franken sock. I Magic Caked my sock yarn into this ball, and I finished my gusset today. So here's Fiber Knit, here's a Zarrow ball, here's Opal right here, and then you have Turtle Pearl yarn, and then Lion Brand Sockies right here. So I completed my gusset, and I think that I'm going to take it with me on Tuesday when I go out with my sister-in-law, my son, and my nephews to the state park that we're planning on. We don't know Danny's schedule. My sister-in-law, Danny, her schedule is always up in the air. So we're planning on it, but if she has to work, then we'll find another day. So the next project that I'm working on is another pair of socks. And this is Hedgehog Fibers. Their sock yarn in the Fool's Gold colorway. So there's the yarn. Here's what I finished last night. So I did the cuff. And I did about half of the row, the leg that I do. So I do 32 rows, so I did 16. And on the other sock I'm just doing the cuff right now. I go back and forth and do them in tandem. So I think that this would be a good plane project. When I'm on the plane, I've taken the socks on the plane before, and I've done them, and they're small and they're easy, and you're not constantly bumping somebody. So the next project that I am working on, this one's for me. This is called the Diving In recipe by Mamselle Flo. It's a free pattern on Ravelry. I am not doing the color work. I am not adding stripes because this is highly variegated enough and it'll be beautiful, and I can't wait to finish it so I can wear it. So this is the Flying Kettle yarn in the Unicorn Guts colorway. It's pinks and it's blacks and it's turquoise and there's green in there and there's yellow, and oh, it's just beautiful. And I had this since May. I didn't know what I was going to cast on. So this is what it looks like in the cake. And I'm like, oh, this just has to be something right now, because I have so much yarn that I'm like, oh, this yarn is perfect for this project. But then when I caked up this yarn, I said no. I said, because the Diving In is going to be out of this yarn. So this is also in a Chicken Boots bag. This is the one that I got stitches. It's called the Double Double. And I like the greens, and I like the birds and the butterflies, and I'm going to Stitches again this next year, so I'm excited about that. So the next project that I am working on, I shouldn't say next project, it's the same project. It's the Diving In by Mamselle Flo. This is for my grandmother-in-law. She has very light blue eyes and silver hair. This is also in a Chicken Boots soft box. I don't like Chicken Boots at all. Says the knitter in me. But this is Knit Picks Hawthorne in the Aquatic Speckle colorway. And I think that this will look very pretty on Graham. She she likes shawls. I knit her a hitchhiker last year. And I was just hitchhiked out. Because I knit like, how many hitchhikers did I do? About 4. I did one for me, one for my sister-in-law, one for my mother-in-law, and then I did one for Graham. So, I was a little hitchhiked out. And we are, so I casted on the Terribly Simple out of this yarn before, and I finished mine, and I'm like, I don't want to knit another one right now. So I cast it on this diving in project. And, but what else is going on? I hope that you are well, and I got more Vanna yarn. I went to Joann's. When was it? Father's Day weekend, I think. I went out to, I had to get more Vanna yarn because sorry, my thoughts left my head. My crystal yarn. If you hear that ding, my phone is in the other room, so, I forgot to stick it on vibrate. So, I got about 4 different colors. I got an olive green and a heather gray also to make those crystal hats. Because my brother-in-law kept telling me last year, I need more hats, I need more hats, we need more hats. So, I am up to about 8 projects so far for the craft show. But, and then, you know, I have another one. It's the gridiron hat that turned out too small for Kel. So, anyway, that's it for me. I hope that you all have a good week. And I will see you in another 2 weeks.